Welcome everybody to the Brokering Racing League. This is Season 14, Round 5 here at Road America. And we have 10 minutes, 30 seconds left in practice when we go into qualifying. Interesting here, no? We have over 50-something drivers on the grid. A couple of them haven't actually gone out and set times on the board, but it's a good amount, over 50. Eric Neville, who is leading practice right now with the 203.5, is also P1 in the Pro Standings Championship. Just behind him is Tyler Sage Anderson, and then in third is Nick Mazza. Going over to the Pro-Ams, Cooper McCoy is leading the Pro-Ams over Marshall Starry. And Spencer Smith in third in the Pro-Ams. Interesting thing is all three of those drivers in the Pro-Am are in the thousands of points. Everyone else is in the 900. So Alex Zier, who's sitting third in practice, is leading the AM class championship right now over Dave Palmer, who's in second, and Jeff Lubitsch, who's in third. Talk about a driver who has definitely been misplaced in this matchup. Alex Zier is well above his rivals at the moment in the AM class. Going on to the rookies, Jason M. Allen is in first over Ethan Bass, who's in second, and Matthew Wyckoff, who's in third. And none of those drivers. Oh, Jason Allen's the only one in the top 15 there. Then over to our team standings. We have SimCity Racing in 1 in first, Untitled Team 1 in second, Draftpunk Bronze in third, SimCity Racing 2 in fourth, Pit Lane Donuts is in fifth, Caffeine Global Motorsports is in sixth, Draftpunk Silvers in 7, Draftpunk Gold in 8, Little Lugnuts in 9, Jason's Chicken Shop in 10, Miss Apex Racing in 11, Darkwing Racing in 12, Pax Oceani, Jimmer Bimmer Power Hour in 13, Jason's Chicken Shop Janitorial Team in 14, Prosciutto Punch Racing 15, Cars Racing, Savage Speeders in 16, Acer Racing in 17, Dan Gleasack Racing in 18, Pax Oceani inserting here in 19, here for the SR in 20, Southbound Racing in 21, Pax Oceani Placeholder in 22, Shadowline Racing in 23, and La Rosa and Jones Racing in 24. That said, our last week's winners in Mugello was Eric Neville in the Pro Series, Cooper McCoy in the Pro-Am, Alex Zier in the AM class, and Jason M. Allen in the rookie class. As it stands on the board, those 203s are pretty significant. Anyone with a 203 can be in the top 15. Rounds out in the top 15, actually. In P16 is a 204 all the way down to P36, all in the 204s. A 205 after that of JR Hoops, and 37th all the way down until we get into the 48s, when that's where it's all kind of cutting off. A couple drivers are outside the 205s, but it's 3 drivers, so pretty insignificant. Yeah, with 6 minutes left to go, we still got a really good race in our hands. I mean, it is going to be very tight in the field with the times they're setting on the board. One thing I did notice is we got a new driver here, or if I was here last time, I do not remember. Callum Farley. Welcome to the league. I don't even see his name in the rookie series, but he did put on the AIM Class 1s. Well, welcome. That's one new driver. Actually, there's two. There's this driver here, a Patrick Rich, also new, I believe. And welcome. And I'm pretty sure there's another one if I was looking at the lineup correctly. I think it's a fast guy too. Look at that. Trey Misek just set the fastest time back there. I swear there is a driver, one more driver. Oh, that's... Is it this guy? No, it's not this guy. Not this guy. Not Braden. Oh, this is gonna bug me. Andre Rodriguez. Here we go. Andre. Here is he in the, he's not in the rookies. So I'll say he's new. Got the rookie, stuff on them. Welcome, Andre. I'm not sure if this was the guy, though. Anyway, there was somebody on the track, and I'll just cycle through. Maybe it's a different one, but it could have been that one. Scott Weber sporting a newer livery. It's interesting. Oh, this takes way too much there. Re-entry and exit. And a little bit there too. Looks like some actual racing going on earlier in the practice session. A couple of guys just, Daniel Haynes. That's the other one. Is Daniel Haynes is new. Welcome, Daniel Haynes. And it was this driver that fit his car between two others, and it was very cheeky. Wish I could pull that back so he could show you guys, but let's see what he does in the race. He's P12 right now. And with 2 minutes 35 seconds left to go in practice, really good race. Qualifying's up next. Right now, just on board with Trey Mistak, who's leading us right now. In front of him is Matt Benson, who's 20th. You can try to make a move here. Looks like Matt is going to let him by. A lot of debris is on the track. Might possibly the most expensive lawnmower ever in the Canada corner. There goes the send. Almost upon us. Practice is ending. Erica was significantly too far. Oh, Jesus, Dylan and Eric. Draft Punk, silver and bronze. Into the tire barrier they go. Man, I've yawned at least 6 times already. Jesus. There's Michael Sharon off in the barrier there. Back on the track. And this kind of race direction isn't really up to me. I just set it to see who's going to crash. And it went to Trey Mistack, so. And qualifying is about to start. Here's a quick, brief. And my mic is fully unmuted for this qualifying session. We are looking at Jeff Lubitsch here in the Draft Punk Bronze. He's a first driver out. Elliot Burton in Draft Punk Gold just behind him. Eric Neville in the pros as well in third in this grouping. He's got a good gap for himself right now. Now Jeff is sitting P3 in the AM Class Championship. He's got Dave Palmer just ahead of him in second. Eric Rodriguez is behind him in fourth. He's got a good number of points, 1,188. He's actually not that far behind Dave Palmer. Only about 22 points. Actually, sorry, not 22. 14 points. Didn't count there for a second. And Alex Ziers, he's got a drop week, so which is going to be 0 points. And he's leading. He's won 3 of the 4 rounds. And we'll go on board here with Jeff Lubitsch. Little correction there on the exit there. Gonna really work that on the exit. Through the carousel he goes. Yeah, all that debris stays on after practice, so the track isn't sweat from practice to qualifying, which is quite interesting. It's going to really muck up some of these laps because the exit of the carousel, you don't want to have any slidey stuff happen there, but there it is. We saw previously. And while it will be the fastest lap, drivers right behind him will probably take that away as they cross the line. That 205 will put him in the, drop him down into the 30s at least. P1 through 15 was in the 203s. Eric Neville does go across with a 203.8. Joshua Jablonski with a 204. Dylan Thomas with a 204. Dave Palmer just behind Jeff Lubitsch, the 205. And Elliott Burton. Don't know what happened there, but he was just behind Jeff Lubitsch, but his lap did not count. Is this stream brought to us by Blue Chew? Wouldn't that be nice? Matthew Wyckoff, Valhalla Racing, in second with his time with the 204. 204s are going to be quick, but not that quick. Tyler Anderson down in the 205. Lars Tyhouse with the 207 across the line. We'll get some more. Eric Rodriguez, no time on the board. Anthony V. Jenkins with the 206.8. Not representative of that guy at all. He is a quick driver. Charles Whedon, the 13th there with the 205. Von Luckers across the line with the 205 as well. Brian Zaborowski Jr. with the 205. And Spencer Smith here crossing the line with the 204.1. Now, there was 15 people in practice that were able to cobble up a 203. The 204s went from P16 to P35. And so if you get to the 204s, you're still not going to be even in the clear, even in the top 20 or top 30. It's quite possible you could be outside of the top 30 with the 204. Ethan Bass across the line with a 204.3. Low 204s are going to be nice. Andre Rodriguez crosses the line and he goes with a 203.8, the fastest we've seen, but not the fastest overall from what practice was showing us, if that's representative of anything that's going to happen in qualifying. There's still time on the board. Yikes! Is that just parked it right there on... He's going to start over again. Now, drivers who have not set times on the board, Scott Weber. Oh, there goes Elliott Burton. I was going to click on him. Goes into 13th with the 204. Mark Foley across the line, and he goes 204.2. Back in the pits he goes. Jason M. Allen, no time on the board as of yet. And look at that. Tom Smith crossed the line to go P17. And two drivers are off right there. That's Mark Foley and... I'm not sure who. Dave Palmer? Horace Holland crosses the line to go 21st. Now these times, or these positions look fairly well in hand, but we still have over at least 20 drivers that have not set times on the board. We're only up to 38. We have over 50 for 39. Sorry, now we have 39. But we had over 50-something drivers register for this race, including myself. Because, for whatever reason, I could not spectate this race. I had to join it. Don't worry, I'll pop in my cockpit halfway through the race and commentate via the ghost mode. Just drive around the track. Prashant Jayaraman and P10 right there. That nice time on the board. Now we have up to 40 people. That was a 204.3 out of Prashant. Still not very representative as Jeff Koffold goes across the line and gets that. Oof, that really nice one, Matthew Wyckoff. What are these Valhalla jokesters doing? The tire barrier is not for the... You know what? Fine. Valhalla showing this the level of professionalism they're bringing to this sport. It's the pit lane... What are they called? The pit lane somethings. I don't even know. Pit lane donuts. Matt Benson, Jeff Koffold. There you go. That wasn't Matt Benson though. That was Jeff and Matthew. I think all of them in the Valhalla livery are silly. Look at that. Representative though of Jeff in the pro is doing fairly well. He's fourth in the championship for the pro standings. Tyler is in second. Nick Mazza in third. Nick Mazza's in seventh at the moment. And our title contender, who's in first, Eric Neville, is in fifth. Battle for the pro championship is still very much alive, even though we're on round 5 here. Tyler Kern goes into 33rd with the 205. Now we're starting to see more representation of the 204s, as the low 204s are P6 onward to P25, and then onward down. There's 54 drivers that have registered for this race, and only 46 have set times on the board. Craig Reese crosses the line to go 34th. Colin Garr is in the pits. He's in 36 at the moment. Charles Whedon about to cross the line. Can he do something that's quicker on this lap? Oh, this is his out lap. Sorry. Nothing's going to be quick about this one. He's going to start a flyer. And that is a lot of traffic going into turn 1. Oof. And they're all going to start bumping each other. Oh, that was John Javecki and Alex Offen. And traffic breeds traffic. That's Tyler Kern giving him some room there. And that is not a lap you want to be doing around here. There's so much traffic. That was in turn 1. Exit of turn 1. You're trying to go flat out, and there's just too many people. That porta potty in Canada Corner is nice to use. I'll have to take your word for that one. Patrick Rich, new driver to the league. He's in 41 at the moment. Other drivers that are new. It's modeled in the sim. Take a look. A lot of people are going off at the moment. Andre Rodriguez, holding pole, is not going back out, interesting enough. Daniel Haynes, another driver who's new, got Jeff just ahead of him. And we're going to see how this guy performs. He's 4th right now. And there is one more. Daniel Haynes, Andrew Rodriguez. I think I said the other guy. Yeah, that was the Patrick Rich. I think that's it. 3 new people. Still sporting some of the rookies. A few of them. I didn't see a porta potty. Joshua Jablonski crosses the line to go 5th with a 203.8. That is pretty nicely done there, as he's got Michael Sharon just ahead of him. And Daniel Haynes goes fastest. 203.5. Probably got a little bit of a toe there from Jeff. One of the rookies is going off to the I'm not sure who that was. Jason M. Allen. And these two are both done. Drivers that have not set... Oh, there's another one. Callum Farley. No time set on the board. Michael Otten, Mark Miller, Zach Peterson, Jason Daly, also not set times on the board. Trey Misak set the same lap time as Lando Norris did in Q3. Yeah. Well, he's out there, but he's not going to set a time on the board. Rodrigo Theory goes into P27 with 204.8. Alex Otten also set a time on the board, and that was a 204.7. This time on the board, while he crosses the line, could be a lot quicker. He's got John Javecki giving a little bit of a toe here. This actually could be all that he really needs when he gets up that hill. 24 puts him still 24th? Oh. That might not have counted. John Javecki's counted. He did a 204.3 and went to P18. Alex Athens briefly showed his last lap was a 204.4, which would have put him into 20th or 21st. But it was deleted. Yep, and he had track limits. No, that's not true. He didn't have track limits. That's a bit surprising. Doesn't quite say why that one didn't count. He must have track limits somewhere. 48 drivers set times on the board. We still have a few left to go. Andre did go back out. Miles Brown in 11th. And he's not the only one. We got a couple more drivers here. Trey Mistack is going to... That one's not going to count. He's on his outlap. Mark Foley, P7. Does he go faster? Doesn't look like he does. Chris Lambeth also not quicker on that lap either. Matt Benson does cross the line here and goes quicker to 26. Miles Brown in 11th, no quicker. Joshua Spears crosses the line and goes quicker. What these two are doing, just holding hands. Virtual holding hands. JR Hoops. Can he go quicker on this one? In 42nd at the moment. John Javecki also looking to make a move here. Kyle Anderson goes to 23rd. John Javecki does not improve. Alex Authen does not improve. JR Hoops does not improve. And that is it. Close to it. Eric Koonsman was the last one, 39th. No improvement out of that one, or it wasn't actually an improvement, but he moved himself up to 39th. Daniel is a Valhalla driver, but in true fashion, the livery's messed up. That's it's very much definitely in what are the words for this? In character for the Valhalla team to not have their liveries work appropriately. So that's what, 1, 2, 3 in the top 10? Matthew, Jeff, Daniel. Well, here's our grid for you. P1 through 15 are out there. 16 is Chris Chitterling. Spencer Smith in 17. John Javecki 18. Prashant Jayaraman in 19. Chris Lambeth in 20. Alex Authen 21. Jeff Lubitsch 22. Tyler Anderson 23. Elliot Burton 24. Dylan Thomas 25. Chris Stewart 26. Matt Benson 27. Colin Luckers 28. Dave Palmer 29. Rodrigo Theory 30. Scott Weber 31. Brian Zaborowski Jr. 32. Tom Smith in 33, Anthony V. Jacobs 34, Forrest Holland 35, Braden Daniels 36, Tyler Kern 37, Craig Reese 38, Eric Koonsman 39, Charles Whedon 40, Colin Garr in 41, JR Hoops 42, Patrick Rich in 43, Steve McAllister 44, Eric Rodriguez 45, Michael Sharn in Sheridan 46, Lars Tyhouse in 47, Lee Winters 48, Trey Mistack is 49, Mike Authen is 50, Zach Peterson 51, Jason Daly 52, Mark Miller 53, Callum Farley in 54, and the driver that is commentating and also in this race, Jason Roy Alvarez. I am just, there's the only way I had to register because it wouldn't let me spectate this, so I'm on the board, but don't worry, points will not be awarded for me in this race because I will not be partaking. He even did it in the advance, but it's now downloading. Hmm. Well, I'll do one more Control R here and see if this pulls anybody remaining. Hmm. Weird to have a full outlap, which is going to be quite painful, but here we go. I believe the safety car will be used. Oh, look at that. It did not download. Now look at some of these liveries here. So the Valhallas aren't going to be able to bully anybody in the top 10. There's only 3 of them. We got some chicken shop people as well. That's Mark Foley and Jacob Simmons. Only one Pax Oceani. Maybe not just only one. There's another one I can see. There's Eric Neville. And then beyond him, there's one more. Oh, that's John Javecki in 18. You sprinkle in your draft punk bronze, gold, silvers. They're there too. Look at that one. That's Elliot Burton and Dylan Thomas right next to each other. I don't know if you can see that one. That's not the one I'm even trying to think about. Who's the one that's way ahead? Is there one that's a bronze that's ahead? Who's a bronze? Who's number 0? Oh, it doesn't have a name yet. God, how can I not figure this one out? It doesn't say it. 420, Jeff Lubitsch. Holy crap. I forgot. Jeff is a Draft Punk Bronze. Look at him. 22nd. Interesting. As we go further down the grid, Scott Weber has a new livery. Looking pretty fierce. It's like a Rexy Mustang scenario thing. It's like a Warhawk, or like one of those like fighter plane mouths instead of a Rexy. Nevertheless impressive. And I'm sure it's going to be quite the standstill going through the carousel. So we did get a couple people that showed up. They registered but didn't come in. Callum Farley's our last registered driver who showed up on the grid. Jason Daly, Mark Miller did not, as well as myself. But I mean, that part was going to be evident. Now we have 2 rookie drivers that are new, and they are in the front row with another one not too far behind. I can't remember which name that guy is. And so if you see another black livery, it's fully black, then you will know that's definitely another rookie. Here we go. Daniel has the inside line going into the first corner, so I think it's going to all go up to him. Because we have only a few drivers rounding out the final corner. And so far, it looks pretty clean and clear for who's going to take the lead there. It's going to stay Daniel. Jeff down into third right now. He's up one position off of Jason M. Allen and Eric Neville as they go side-to-side battling into turn one. And through that, Joshua Jablonski also trying to make a move here on Eric Neville. And that is actually just holding his position. There's only been one swap in the top 10 so far. And it looks like it's going to be pretty clean as Mark Foley now has to defend against Ethan Bass here, and Jacobson is right behind. And well in hand so far for him as he keeps it ahead, but it can't be said for drivers just behind. Just behind Jeff is Matthew Wyckoff. He's hoping to hold his position against Joshua Spears. These guys are going too wide. Some of them were. Further back, Miles Brown. Chris Schitterling is up one, Miles Brown down two, and there's Alex Zier there trying to make a move. He was down position. Chris was up one. Retaking his spot is what he's trying to do through the carousel, and they're going to go too wide. Oh, that is Harry, and that is actually two positions down. That was Spencer Smith, not Chris Schitterling. Spencer Smith who has gotten by him. Now John Javecki might have something to say here. Kale Alex here. Is he going to try to make a move here in the Canada corner? Does not make a move. And talk about moves through the start of this race so far. We got Chris Stewart, who's up 3. Elliot Burton just behind him, P24. Further, let's take a look here, and it looks like a really big train going into turn one. No real moves being made just yet. Elliot Burton holding strong there, is trying to do something. Looks like Scott Weber was able to get one down on Dave Palmer to turn one. He's now up a position. Matt Benson down 2. Dave Palmer is down 2. Anthony B. Jenkins up a couple. Biggest move that I've seen so far is Patrick Ridge is up 7 positions. Braden Daniels down 1. Craig Reese making the move down the inside line on Tom Smith. Not really there. Doesn't confirm that. Trey Mistack makes a move on Tyler Kern. And that is done. He's up 10 now. Eric Rodriguez. This is JR Hoops going side by side with him. And he's able to keep it ahead right now. He's only up 1. JR down 3. So everybody further in the pack here is actually down a significant amount. 2, 2, 6, 3. It's not looking good for the guys in the back of the field. They've gotten past. Michael Otten able to take up 2 so far. He's got Lars Tyhouse just ahead of him. And that's kind of nice, all these drivers. Jeff. Yikes. Gonna be losing a lot. That's 9, 10. Gonna have to find a way back on track. What actually happened there? He was following on just fine. Ooh, snapped the rear. He kept it out of the wall, but there's not much you can do besides power through this. Unfortunate there for Jeff. So he's dropped down into 40th. Now, what can I say? Got Chris Stewart going side by side with Alex Otten into turn 5. It's going to try to make the move. Roll through. And looks like he has it down and is edge ahead. It's another position gain for Chris Stewart. Now, not a lot of people have been gaining positions. It could be said who is gaining when in reality there's not a lot of people that have done anything since this race started. Just the nature of Road America at some point. Go back over to Daniel Haynes, who's leading this race, P1 and 2, no changes. Only one change in the top 10, 11 even. And that was these two, Jeff Koffeld and Jason M. Allen. Further back, you have Joshua Spears, the last driver who's held his positions to start. Cooper McCoy bucks the trend to be 2 positions gained for him. Miles Brown 2 down. And that's pretty much it. Nick Maz has held his spot in P13. And it's only when you go further down the lineup do you see people making the moves. I say that, but going over to our P1 and 2, and they're actually going to be battling it into turn 1. And he holds it off for now, but Andre Rodriguez has been very close. He was within a tenth before they got into that corner, before the braking zone as well. I guess the ebb and flow of the track, where's he most confident? It must have been in sector 3 where he was able to gain all that ground back, because he was 3/10, 4/10 off through sector 1 and 2. Must have gotten pretty well planted in the final sector there. Go over to JR Hoops. In the Maureen sweep. Makes a move. Feints a move. Goes for the move. And yeah, goes for the move on Colin Garr. And that's possibly a spot gained. Oof, almost go too wide through that one, but he gets ahead. And now only down 1, or down 2. Now let's see it. Down 2 positions. He has Spencer Smith just ahead of him. And he's going to take the outside line here into Canada Corner. And Spencer Smith and him are going to go side by side. It's going to give Prashant some room to join this fight. And it is definitely going to be hairy for all these drivers going to turn 1 if they're this close to each other on the exit. It's going to be hard to say, but I think John Trevecki might just reap the reward if these drivers end up battling and possibly making mistakes. And it's still fairly clean. We've had no safety car. We've had no real big incidents. Everyone's been pretty well respectful. There goes Alex, dives down the inside line on turn 5 and gets ahead of Spencer Smith. Now Prashant trying to make a move here, and they're going to go side by side. And they're going to keep this side by side. Ooh, he actually gets ahead of him. Wow. Now John Javecki feigning a move there. Didn't quite go for it though. Chris Lambert getting in the mix of this. Ooh, wow, that was a really great exit on the carousel, and he's going to go side by side through the kink. This is going to be quite hairy, but wow, he gets by. And look at that. Tyler Anderson also gets by and takes the spot. John Jarecki now down 3. When it rains, it literally pours. That is no bueno. And they've all made tidy work of that. On Luckhurst. Got Rodrigo Fury ahead of him. Battling for 26. Ooh, Nick Mazza. He's got Cooper McCoy. Side by side. Probably trying to gain a spot here as Cooper's gained 2. Now only maybe just 1 as Nick Mazza goes through and overtakes him into turn 2. It's turn 3. It's turn 3. I guess technically they have to count that like kink thing. So turn whatever. I think it's turn 3. Gotta look at my track map. Yeah, it is turn 3. Do not know how that slight curve is considered a corner. Back over to our race leaders. They are fairly close. This is one of those races where the race leader just doesn't walk away from the field. He's walking away from P3, but not his rival who's in second. P3's 3.3 seconds back right now. That's a difference there in pace right now. Jeff Hopple leading that little group behind Joshua Jablonski. Probably the closest driver right now in this little grouping. 2/10 away. It's actually dipping below 2/10, 1/10. And now this is just going to be really interesting if anyone's going to be able to make anything of this on the Star Straight finish. I don't think so. Especially in the Porsche. More of a follow car here. But no one. Not the Acura, not the Ferrari, not the Mustang, not the BMW. Nobody's really getting anything going on the Star Straight finish. I mean, we saw a few overtakes, but yeah, these little trains. Nothing's actually happening here. We're just close. And here's another little train. Probably a lot of these around the circuit right now. That pit stop's really going to change all these drivers that are closely following. Now there we got one going on, trading his stack out 15 positions. Braden Daniels is just ahead of him. Tom Smith as well. Gonna not have a move down just yet, but on the exit, looks like he has a please no punt on the back of that driver's rear there. Briefly can see it. All right, and Jeff Lubitsch. He's down 15 positions, but he actually gained a couple back. I think he was 40th at one point with all that was transpired with his off-track. But beyond that, I think he's doing fairly well, regaining some positions. And I don't think the move is on just yet for that driver. The move on for anybody. It remains to be seen. Everyone's fairly close. There has been light amount of overtaking. And That said, we got one happening on the start straight. That is Trey going past Braden Daniels. He's side by side with him, actually. And gets it into the braking zone. He's got Tom Smith. I try to do it now. And there's Patrick Rich also making a move. He's up 12 positions, 31st, could be 30th. Craig Reese is going to stay to the traditional line here. And we'll see if he's got it down. Porsche versus McLaren, or McLaren Ferrari, sorry. It's the Trey in the McLaren. In Patrick gets by to 30th. Looks like we might have a go here, John Javecki. And that's actually Trey up as well. And Patrick gets not by, but is fully alongside through the carousel. Ooh, and they touch. Oh, and that gets them all out of sorts. But Patrick is going to take that and walk away with it. Whether that was just some close racing, we won't know. I'm not going to review that at all, but they did touch. That unsettled John Javecki there. Looked fairly respectful because they were going too wide in the carousel. Patrick Rich just ate a lot of that debris and it's back down the track just fine, but Trey Missack really capitalizing on all of that. How do you type in chat and drive? That's talent. I'm not sure. Oh, Anderson's going to the pit lane on lap 9. This could be a really bold move here. I guess we'll see how this strategy plays out for him. Nick Mazza as Joshua Spears down into turn 5 and gets the move done. It's Cooper McCoy still in the background there. And oh, go Matt B. Who's typing in chat and drive? I don't get. There's some Craig Reese. That wasn't the driver I was thinking of. John Javecki is down 12 positions. What happened there? Yeah, this one's bizarre. He Matt Wyckoff, Jeff. Everyone who was typing that was in the race was typing at the start when they weren't racing. That was the end of qualifying when they had typed out stuff. All right, we got JR Hoops here. Ooh, had a big little blunder there into turn 1. Now we'll get to see John Javecki. Oh! And this is how Tyler Anderson and John Javecki tumble down the order. Wow. That is hot. Oh! Let's hit the replay on that one and go right back into it. Is Tyler Anderson just ahead? There goes 2. Yeah, you hate to see it. Did Tyler Anderson... Oh, Tyler Anderson went into pits as well. And there is somebody off into turn 1, back on the track, scattering all that debris. What is that? Was that Trey? That couldn't have been Trey. He's well ahead, though. Let's take a look. I don't think it's him. Look at a blimp view. Oh, it's a driver ahead of him. Oh, it's a driver ahead of him. Oh, what? Whoa. That's Christopher Chitterling, I believe. Oh, no! Miles Brown into the wall. That could have been Charles. No, that wasn't Charles. That was Christopher Chitterling. Now, let's take a look here. Oh, he got him. That's unfortunate. Only lost 8 positions after that was said and done. Only lost 8. And Miles Brown, you hate... That was the move. And then Jeff had a moment as well. I don't know what to say to that. This is in the kink. He's following along. He unsettled rear. He hit that curbing on the inside, I believe. That's gonna do it there. Well, folks, Carnage and Chaos have finally hit the circuit, as we still have only one driver who's been overtaken in the top 10. That's insanity. They're close. They're all within 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, half a second. They're all following each other just fine. But Jason M. Allen and Jeff Koffold are the only drivers in the top 10 that have showed us any inkling of spark out of these pro and rookie drivers who are up here at the top of the order. In the top 10. Nick Mazza holding it out in the 11th position with 2 gained. Cooper McCoy with 2 gained. Joshua Spears down 2, unfortunately for him. Alex Zier sporting really well in 14th. This is going to be another AM class win for him as long as he takes us home. He is well above his competitors. I mean, I'd have to go... I think Tom Smith is the closest driver in P28. I believe. Nope, Colin Walkers is in 21st. And now some people are going in the pit lane. And I think that also goes to show Cooper McCoy is going to win another Pro-Am class victory here, as it's said, or if he can keep us ahead. Now we got a lot of drivers going in the pits. Hopefully 10 laps to go. Everyone's pitting. Not everyone. Daniel Haynes and Andre Rodriguez are still out there, as well as our top 10. And pretty much, let's say everyone, all that pit. Alex Offen is the first driver to pit on lap 10. He's going out, and he's going to make some positions here as these guys slot back in. But looking back, you have Dylan Thomas, who's out, Chris Lambert, who's out, Rodrigo Theory is also out. Doesn't look that great for Tyler Anderson at this moment. He pit on lap 8. Did have to do a full repair. I'm assuming that when he got hit, that wasn't all that good for him. Ooh, Dylan, the most expensive lawnmower moment. He lost it there. And he comes back on. And now we have some drivers in the top 10 who are finally going in the pit lane. That's going to shake the order up even more. Joshua Jablonski. It's been very close to Jason M. Allen, but no change in the order. Oh. It looks like Andre did pit. And Jeff here is about right, 5.6. He's been losing a little bit of time every so often to Daniel and P1. He was losing off to the P1 and 2, but didn't have to worry this much about the drivers behind him. They weren't this close prior. Now they're all coming out. Now, Andre here is down 13. He was in second position. He's got clean air ahead of him, 9.9 seconds to the driver ahead. And this could very well work in his favor for gaining P1 from Daniel Haynes here. He did a 47.9, which is a little bit longer than his some of the drivers around him. Eric Neville, the driver who's in P1 in the pro standings at the moment, did a 45.5, so took a little bit extra on fuel maybe, and just wondering about that. And we'll go over to Eric Neville, who's battling it out here with Eric Rodriguez. Nice to get by him, as he does get by him, but Eric still has to go into the pit lane, so he's trying to get by him and keep it ahead, and ooh, he's flashing. And we'll go over. We have all the drivers going in. Daniel Haynes also went in. Now it's going to be down to this driver here. Where is he going to stack up? As we look here, the start straight, is this going to be enough? On the blimp cam, you'll see some of these drivers are probably already trying to exit. And there they are, they're shooting out. And is Daniel Haynes ahead? Yes, he is. He's 1.76 seconds ahead. So it didn't go into Andre's favor here. 1.6 back. He actually lost out a full second. He was within 2, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, say within half a second. So he did just lose a second there. And yeah, Daniel did a 46.5. So that would be the calculation to know. All these other drivers, really no change in the order. They all pit together, so they all exited together. Everyone came out with roughly the same goals in mind. 46.9, 46.5, 45.8. Jacob Simmons, for some reason, has an out without a time on the board for his out. That's odd. Can't see any reason why that would be the case. Oh! Oh! What the heck? Oh, Jeff. I just lost their ear. That there is a candidate for the Broken Wing Racing League. Broken Wing. It was off. It's unfortunate, Jeff. Very unfortunate. You had a really good run. Very good run. Fully no bueno. The kink overtaken several people so far. Of course, Holland, Tom Smith battling it out here for P40. And Tom Smith holding his own. Forrest Holland on the charge there on the left. And that Lamborghini is trying to make moves. It's down 6. I got some more dust, debris. It shouldn't be that hard passing the Porsche on the straight. They don't have the speed. Just have to get it done before the corner, and it looks like it is done. And now Michael Hoffman is also making a move here as he gets by. When you're getting overtaken by a couple. More than a couple. Andy Jenkins following Tyler Kern through turn 5. And not a move just yet. But look at this. Other things to note. Jacob Simmons is up 5 positions since the start of this race. He, for whatever reason, doesn't have a pit time when he's pit on lap 13. But he has jumped the pack. He made his spots in the pits. There's no doubt. I mean, Ethan's also up. Ethan Pace there. He's in 5th. Earned 3 spots. Joshua Jablonski's actually going to be possibly overtaken here on the start straight. There he goes. Mark Foley in the Ferrari flies on by. Ooh. But Jacob Simmons and Ethan are going to go side by side into turn 5. Each other a lot of room. Keeps it ahead so far. In this scrap, I don't think it's over just yet. Mark Foley still has to contend with Joshua Jablonski behind him in that Porsche. Let's go over to Chris Stewart here. Who's got Alex Othman in his sights. He's up 8 positions, doing fairly well in P18. Alex Othman also doing fairly well. I mean, P17 up 4. Elliot Burns up 8. Can't ask for much more. Chris Chitterling's only down 3 after his incident, so he's not doing too bad as well. A quick little recovery drive. That incident with Miles Brown. Ooh. That's not how you follow a driver. Yeah, it's a mistake there for Chris is going to put him back just slightly. Eric Rodriguez out of the pits, down into 37th. Let's do it scoring pretty well. Anthony V. Jenkins down 2 from the start of this race. This is all about, Porsches, like all these Porsches. Not probably the strongest contenders. Oh, and Anthony V. Jenkins is going in the pit lane. Happened there? Got wrecked. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. That's not good. There's Eric Koonsman as well. Oh. Not bad. Check in with our resident pro strat, Trey Mistack here, who's up 26 positions in 23rd. He's got Dylan Thomas just ahead of him, 2 tenths back, 2 tenths behind him. The last to first challenge still not complete, but getting ever so much closer. One of these days, he might get it. That puts him well in contention here. And as he goes through, so does Tyler Anderson. It's 2 lost for Dylan Thomas there. And what a move for Tyler Anderson. Able to follow through and put his foot into it and get ahead when Trey was making a move. Now these two are extremely close, 2 tenths. This gap doesn't break. I mean, we could watch the last 5 laps with these two and see whether or not they're going to be able to make it to the end. I think it's going to be fine for now. Head over to Elliott Burton here, who's got Spencer Smith in his sights. As Prashant Jayaraman is also ahead. I think the carousel is not going to be where you see this move. But we're closer a little bit earlier. Yeah, looks like Spencer Smith is going to try to make a move here. Prashant didn't get it done in Canada corner. Elliott is right on the heels here. Spencer Smith. So they're going to be following Lee Winters up the hill, and then Lee's going to stay to the racing line as a few of these drivers have more than a few, just 1, maybe 2. 2 of them are able to get by. Ooh, kind of hairy, but Elliott Burton also got by. Go over Rodrigo Theory, who's got Miles Brown just ahead of him. Looks like Miles Brown hasn't recovered from that incident that happened earlier in the race. He's down 14. Yeah. Feels bad. I think Miles Brown might be able to hold on to this. He's going to keep that defensive line into turn 5. But Rodrigo looks very eager to make a move. Ooh. Lee Winters off there. And no move. Jacob Simmons here. I have a move down on his... Ooh. That is the Chicken Shop janitorial team. Jacob Simmons. We'll take one pass at that here. Take a look at the chopper cam. Ooh. Mark Foley made a great avoidance there. So did the other driver, the Pax Oceani. But, yeah. It might have been netcode. I mean, if you look at it again, possibly. I don't know. Maybe he slammed into him. I can't tell. It looks like it slightly is netcode that scrunched them together, even though they didn't actually hit. But I don't know. Maybe it did hit him. I can't tell. It's a unfortunate set of circumstances there. Joshua Jablonski finally making a move here on Ethan Base and goes to that inside on turn 5. Not fully set though, and lost it back. Ethan stays ahead in P3. Matt Benson and Miles Brown have been battling out for a couple corners apparently, and now we can see Dylan Thomas is getting into this fight as well. Matt Benson, who's been 27th in the start of this race, and well, actually gained a couple. He was 25th, but just lost 2 positions there in the span of a lap because his letterboard still says 25th. So he lost 2 back into where his qualifying position is. Miles Brown retakes a couple spots that he's lost. We'll go over to Chris Schitterling. 3 laps to go. The fights are still ever present. And that is the driver just ahead. Elliott Burton and Spencer Smith fighting for 14th. Jason M. Allen. He's down 13. That's very odd. What is this, guys? This is a car park? There's 3 wide. Down the start straight finish. Who's it going to go to? Jason M. Allen's holding a deep, deep defense against Elliott Burton here. And I'm not sure who passed who. They are, I think that's Christopher Chidwing who passed Spencer Smith for a spot. And then Elliott Burton still not passed, but Chris Stewart is up 9. I mean, that's way more than he previously was up. So he's been making some moves here. But his entire order is pretty funky. Dives to the inside and oof. Maybe it was a Max Verstappen move right there. He gave him no room. It's just a joke, folks. Don't. Oh! What is that? Chris Stewart got by. Trey Missack got by. Jason M. Allen. What the? Oh no! They tumble all over. Oh my. I don't even know what to say. We have 3 black flags, by the way. Chris Stewart has a black flag. Steve McAllister, no, stop! Oh my god! He doesn't even know how to wing! And Colin Luckhurst is basically out of this. That is a wingless. That's not. Is that Lee Winters? No, it's. Or I think that was Steve McAllister. 47? Yeah, that was Steve. Oh my gosh. Now, we are on the final lap. We're just gonna. I don't even know what to say. We can't review anything at this moment. when that wreck occurred, triggered 3 black flags. Chris Lambeth, Chris Chitterling, and Chris Stewart all have black flags. The battle of the Chris's, none of them win because they all have black flags. Oh my god, that's gotta be rough. The second to final lap, and they all get black flags. I don't even know what to say. Yikes. Whoa. All right. We're just gonna. Things are close, but not that close, folks. The rest of this lineup. There might be somebody in the back in like 30th passing right now, but we'll get to that eventually. We've got Daniel Haynes, first race here. I guess a Valhalla race driver. Congratulations to him. A rookie wins the race. These are getting more apparent, these rookies winning. Andre Rodriguez in second. Ethan Bass in third, with a little train of cars right behind him. That's third for him. Fourth for Mark Foley. Fifth for Eric Neville. Nick Mazza in sixth. Joshua Jablonski in seventh. Cooper McCoy in eighth. Matthew Wyckoff in ninth. Joshua Spears in 10. Jacob Simmons in 11. Alex Zier in 12. Prashant Jayaraman in 13. Elliot Burton 14. Alex Hoffman 15. Trey Mistak in 16. Tyler Anderson 17. Spencer Smith 18. Dylan Thomas 19. Chris Lambeth crosses the line in 20th, but he has a black flag. Miles Brown 21. Rodrigo Theory 22. Matt Benson 23. Scott Weber 24. John Javecki 25. Colin Luckers 26. Chris Shirling 27. Also black flag. Patrick Rich in 28. Craig Reese 29. Tyler Kern in 30. Braden Daniels has got a black flag going into the pits. Might be 31, might be 32. Eric Koonsman takes 31. Eric Rodriguez takes 32. Tyler Kern takes 33? 30? Okay, 30 something. 30, I guess. Forrest Holland 33. Michael Othman 34. Michael Sharon 36. Jeff Lubitsch. Okay, it's just... There's too many black flags. There's 4 black flags now, and I have no idea who's gotten what. It doesn't even show up in the lineup at this moment in time. Congratulations, Daniel Haynes. That was a fantastic race overall. I mean, you just put it in a very specific spot there. You didn't really have to worry too much about the drivers behind you. Andre Rodriguez was pretty close. At any point during that first stint, was he too close for comfort for you, or were you managing it just fine?
He was for a bit there. He's quick, man. He kept catching up in the draft, and I think me and him were really similar pace. So he'd get me on that back straight. I don't know if you guys saw it on the broadcast, but there was some fighting in T5, but it seemed like the pit worked out in my favor, and then took her home.
Well, yeah, congratulations. The pit did definitely work out in your favor. He did put on a little extra bit of fuel, I believe. He did a 37.6 or something like that. You did a 36.2 or something like. You had over like a second and a half, I guess, gap on your pit window there. So that probably was what the biggest part that played in your favor there. So congratulations on this win. Thanks for joining the league. Another Valhalla driver to cause some mayhem and unprofessionalism, as I like to say. And
gotta shake things up a little.
Yeah, just shake things up. You guys are doing great. It's a pleasure to see all you guys on the grid. It's a shame what happened with Jeff there. I saw his incident play out. I'm sure you'll talk to him about it after. But I mean, no notes. You performed well. You didn't have any issues on track, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Thank you. Excited for my first BWR win.
Well, congratulations to you again, and thanks for joining me.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good one.
Mm-hmm. Cooper McCoy. Ka-chow, ka-choo. Thank you for joining me.
You got to know it's coming.
Yeah, I do. Congratulations on that Pro-Am win. It must have been kind of challenging. There was a lot of stuff happening. You were in some trains. You did have, I think it was Chris Stewart who was battling a little bit with you, but eventually there was just like a pace that was set, and you guys just kind of followed it together. How was that going for you throughout the race?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was Nick Mazza that I was racing with, and
Yeah, Nick
he
Massey. They
raced
have
me clean. He did
similar
a great
liveries. Yeah,
job.
similar liveries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those teammates. That SimCity Racing
Yes.
team's getting pretty big.
It is. Yeah,
But
there's two of them, two teams now. But yeah, very strong stuff.
yeah, he did a great job. He raced me clean. Shout out to Matthew Wyckoff, who I guess I was racing for the Pro-Am win. He's I wasn't sure because he's still rocking some pro livery. But he raced me hard right up to the end. He was right on my bumper, and we were racing down to the end. And so it was a lot of fun. It was sad to see Jeff Koffold and Jacob Simmons take an early exit, but I'm
Yeah,
sure they'll come back
yeah.
stronger.
That was a really a little bit of a rough one because I think Miles Brown was also in that one, or yeah, whoever Jacob came into contact with. That was unfortunate, but I'll have you know, Matthew Wyckoff is actually part of the rookies, as our astute Andrew Korostecki has stated, because his time has been so long past. He's actually just in the rookies itself, so he's third in that. So you're actually doing just fine in the Pro-Am. Your closest rival is going to be Marshall Scary, who I don't even know where he
All
was.
right.
Yeah, I think he was further down in the order, but not too much further down. Or was he even in this? I don't think I saw him actually.
No, I think either Spence Smith or Alex Othen
Yeah,
would have
Spence.
been
Yeah, Spence.
next.
Yeah, Spence is also here. Well, I mean, you got it ahead. You kept it ahead. I can't wait to see you join the pros to see how you stack up, because you're getting some really good times, fast times, and you're starting up in the top 15, which is what really matters.
Yeah, it's great competition. I'm looking forward to getting the orange stickers and going racing with the big boys.
Well, I hope you win it here, Cooper. Good luck on the next round.
Great. Thanks, Jason.
Yep. And lastly, Alex Zier, thank you for joining me. Congratulations again. This is basically going to be your podcast for the AIM class. I mean, like I've said before, but there must be some precedent that they're going to be setting that you're going to probably have to go to the pros. Like, to battle into the Pro-Ams might be a little silly for you, considering you finished 12th and you were right around all the pros. You had the same pace as them. I mean, you were able to battle out a little bit there, but ultimately you just found your own pace and you kind of finished kind of on your own a little bit. So that's got to feel kind of nice. You didn't have to worry too much about, the driver behind you.
Yeah, I can't remember who was ahead of me. I tried catching them and just made a couple mistakes, so I just kind of settled in and managed the gap behind me. And it's kind of nice just finishing out in the middle of nowhere, just put the laps in.
Yeah, I mean, you did have a little bit of a battle there with Prashant at towards the earlier part of the stint. So how was that feeling when you were actually in a train and you were having to battle out a little bit there?
It's always uncomfortable for me having a guy ahead of me. I'm trying to pass and someone possibly looking to make a move too, but that just helps get better, and it's pretty fun. It does get boring at the end when you kind of get stuck in no man's land. But yeah, no, it's pretty exciting.
Well, that's great. Congratulations again. And it looks like, after this final round, I mean, I think you might have it in the bag. Dave Palmer, your closest rival, as well as Jeff Lubitsch. Congratulations. And honestly, I can't wait to see what happens. Round 6 is just around the corner next Sunday. And thank you for joining me. And congrats on the win. I know it seems kind of like out of nowhere because you're just kind of in no man's land. But, I mean, you definitely did not want to be a part of some of the drama and the action that was, or the chaos that unfolded. I don't know if you saw all of it, but there was a lot of it, to say the least.
Was that last season we did? I got caught up in the back because I was kind of hanging out in the back a little bit more. So I put in a lot of practice this year to try and get further up front. So thankfully I missed a lot of that recently.
Well, congratulations all the same. I mean, it was very well done. So, good luck to the next one, and thank you for joining me.
Yep, thank you.
And the driver who won the pro who's not here is Mark Foley. And it's a shame because I would love to talk to Mark. I will round out just the top after 30 again because there was some black flags and I didn't say them correctly. It did go to Eric Koonsman 29, Eric Rodriguez 30. The official order is Forrest Holland in 31, Chris Lambert 32, Michael Othman 33, Michael Sharon 34, J.R. Hoops 35, Jeff Lubich 36, Colin Garr in 37, Brian Zaborowski Jr. 38, Chris Schierling 39, Tom Smith 40, Braden Daniels 41, Lars Tyhouse 42, Chris Stewart 43, Charles Whedon 44, Jason M. Allen 45, Lee Winters 46, Callum Farley 47, Steve McAllister 48, Dave Palmer 49, and Levy Jenkins 50, Jeff Koffel 51, myself in 52. Just kidding. Everyone after me did not participate in this race, so don't worry about that one. That's not true. But that is the order. That is the grid after this race. Thank you for joining me, everybody. As always, we are going to have the I believe it's actually this Tuesday, we're going to be the Broken Wing Le Mans series, our endurance series. We already have over 50 plus entries for that. So endurance, GTPs, LMP2s, GT3s. It's a very, very fun one. We will be streaming that one live at, I think 8:40 Eastern Standard Time is when that will pop out. As well as join us for our Broken Wing Oval League. It's the really fun Oval League that you can join us for. We're doing pretty good. We switched cars, so it's a lot more fun. Then we have the Wings, the V's versus Rays on Thursdays, and that is also at the same time, I think 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Those are multi-class, the V's Rays. Very fun group of people that are doing that. As well as checking out our merch channel. We have on the About Me, click on the link for our merch. Broken Wing Racing merch. All proceeds just kind of help keep everything going strong, the league, everything else, all the up costs on that. And thank you, everybody, for joining me, and as well as everyone that showed up. And congratulations again to Mark Foley, who did not show up to reap the reward. Bye, everybody.